Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Black Dragon Podcast. My name is Isaac, and I will be your host for the evening. It is June 3rd, 2019. This is the first time I'm ever doing this, and quite frankly, this is going to be raw and uncut. I don't have anything rehearsed. All I have is just a pen and pad in front of me with, where I outlined things I wanted to say and whatnot. Like I said, it's going to be very, very raw, very uncut. So, we're going to take this ride together, shall we? Alright, so, a little bit about myself. My name is Isaac, and I am, from Tampa, Florida. I was born and raised, have not lived anywhere else. I will say I was part of the fighting game community ever since 2001. 2001 is when I joined, SRK, Shoryuken.com. And I guess you could say that was when I officially became FGC. I've been playing fighting games since I was 12. Won my first tournament ever at a mall, playing Mortal Kombat 4 at a Blockbuster video game tournament, or one of those Blockbuster video game stores. That was my first ever tournament win, if you will. But I was part of. I joined SRK back in 2001, and yeah, so I guess officially I've been part of the fighting game community for 18 years. So yeah, I've been around. I have been around. Now lately I've been playing NRS fighting games, but I've played, and for being in the scene for 18 years, I've played a lot of fighting games. I've played everything from Street Fighter to Marvel to Tekken to Soul Calibur. You think of a fighter, I've probably played it, and I probably played it competitively. And yes, I'm going to be saying a lot, so just bear with me. What this podcast is about, pretty much what this podcast is going to be, it's just a podcast of everything going on in the FGC. While it's going to be NRS centric, I want to go ahead and include other fighting game communities into this as well. Like like I said, of course, the NRS community will be featured, but also I will feature people from the NRS community. I'll feature people from the Street Fighter community, the Marvel community, the DBZ community, the anime community, the Tekken community. As you can see, like pretty much just all fighting games will be representative. Well, like I said, while this podcast may be NRS centric, I do want to include all the rest of the fighting game community into this podcast. What the future of the podcast will include. Today's podcast is going to be very short. It's like I said, it's going to be very short. It's the first one, so I don't really have anything lined up. I wanted to get this out there so I can finally have it out there and then see what kinks I need to work on, what have you. As far as the what future podcasts will include, I would like to interview people in the fighting game community, both people that are very well known within the fighting game community, like say maybe NuckleDu or Mr. Aquaman, or Katana Prime, guys like that, and then maybe some people that that don't really get to shine, like Guido, who is a TO for the KIT, for the KIT series, or people that normally wouldn't get any shine. I want to give them shine. Also, I want to give shine to not just local players, but players in my city of Tampa, in the Tampa Bay area, people in my state, in the state of Florida. I just want to do a podcast where everyone is included. And we can talk about the games, we can talk about the state of the FGC, we can talk about the state of the game that they're currently playing in. And it's just, it's going to be just, I want to make sure everybody is included, and I just want to go ahead and do that for the future as far as, interviews and whatnot. Also, I will provide if there's any tournaments going on, or if there's any fighting game news going on, I will go ahead and include that as well. Like I said, today we're just kind of we're flying by the seat of our pants. Like I said, I have not rehearsed any of this. So yeah, if I sound like I'm going and it sounds like I am just literally just throwing things together, it's because I am. So once again, first podcast. It's probably gonna be as smooth as a bag of rocks, but whatever. So here we go. So as far as news goes, we're gonna start with the Mortal Kombat 11 news. And this past Friday, the Shang Tsung trailer came out. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I got goosebumps when I saw that trailer. When I heard Cary Tagawa's voice come out of that man, out of Shang Tsung's body, or the voice come out of Shang Tsung's mouth, it brought back that feeling when I saw the Mortal Kombat movie for the first time. It just gave me chills. And as far as the character goes, the character looks so cool. The character looks like he's going to be a very, very solid character. I mean, he looks like he's right up my alley, to be honest with you. And for those of you wondering, I main Cabal in Mortal Kombat 11. So there you have it. But I'm very, very excited. I do believe that his moves with the ninjas, with Smoke, Reptile, Rain, and Ermac, I believe that's going to be one of his main variations. I do believe that. Now, as far as that goes, and of course they revealed the rest of the Combat Pack trailer, which revealed Nightwolf, Sindel, Spawn, and 2 others to be named later. Now, those 2 others to be named later, you heard of Chainsaw. There were rumored that Ash from Evil Dead was going to be in, and also there was another rumor that Terminator was also going to be in. But we'll have to wait and see on that. But so far, so good. This Combat Pack is looking awesome. Now, the next topic I wanted to talk about as far as MK11 is concerned, I wanted to actually give you my top 5 players of North America for the month of May. Pretty much what I took like tournaments that happened, like I think it was Texas Showdown, Combo Breaker, of course, the Summit of Time that happened, and DreamHack Dallas, which happened this past this past weekend. And there you have it. See, I stalled again. No rehearsal, nothing. First time. Just bear with me, guys. This will get better, trust me. But I wanted to give you guys my my opinion on the top 5 players right now. We're gonna start with number 5. We're gonna work our way to number 1. So number 5 right now, top MK11 player. Number 5 will be Samij. Samij, he's if you've followed his career, he's always been super solid. He's always been in the thick of it. Has redefined how people look at Kitana. People thought Kitana was going to be bad, and then here comes Samij, and Samij just completely redefines on how to play Kitana in MK11. So he's my pick at number 5. Number 4 is Deoxys. Deoxys, he won DreamHack Dallas by beating Scar twice. And, a few weeks before that, he went and won Texas Showdown. Now, in Combo Breaker, he did finish 7th, and that's why he's at number 4. But, can't really blame him because he finished number 7. But the reason he finished number 7 was because his first losers bracket match in top 8 was against Sonic Fox. And there's nobody more dangerous than Sonic Fox in the losers bracket. There's no more dangerous player than Sonic Fox in the losers bracket, and unfortunately, he drew the short end of the stick on that one. And yes, I am referring it as the losers bracket, not the lower bracket. Don't at me. All right, number 3 in my opinion is Tweety. Tweety he's always been a strong player, has always been just very dedicated. I mean, his work ethic is amazing. He's always very good. And he's one of those guys where on a good day, he can beat anyone. And I mean anyone. He could beat Sonic Fox, he could beat Scar, he could beat Deoxys, he could beat Dragon, he can beat anyone he wants. And now I'm, as far as like his headspace goes, I'm not sure where his head is at, because I know in his Twitter he talked about how CEO is going to be his last tournament, how he's just not feeling it, or he just doesn't know how he's going to make it to the future tournament. So he don't know exactly where his head is at right now, but if he can get that together, and like I said, on a good day, he can beat anyone. Number 2 is Scar. Scar, this between number 2 and number 1, this was pretty hard. But before last weekend, I had Scar as number 1. I had Scar as number 1 because he just beat Sonic Fox. He didn't lose a game. I don't think he lost a game in Combo Breaker, and had a very dominant showing. And it was, in my opinion, he was going to be number 1 up until DreamHack Dallas, when he lost twice to Deoxys in the grand finals. So I would, just for that, I would actually put him at number 2. So there, Scar is at number 2. And at number 1, I'm sure you guessed it by now, number 1 is the almighty Sonic Fox. What can be said about this kid that hasn't already been said? I mean, he is just an amazing player. I mean, the only MK11 tournament he lost was Combo Breaker, where he finished 2nd. Other than that, he has won everything, absolutely everything, since MK11 has dropped. So he is my number 1 player in North America for Sonic Fox. Now I should have started with this, but I'll go ahead and mention it now. Now I do have 2 honorable mentions, and I should have actually started with this before I went and did the top 5. But the 2 honorable mentions actually happen to both be Cetrion players. The first one's Dragon. Dragon, again, very good showing. It's always solid, kind of like Samij. There's not a tournament where he has a bad tournament where he finishes like outside of top 10. He never very rarely does he have anything like that. And the next one is the other Cetrion player, which is Big D. Now Big D is one of those guys where he doesn't go to as very many tournaments as most people do, others do, but the tournaments that he does go to, he makes an impact. He'll make top 8, or he will just make this upset, and he's always super solid. You can never count him out. So Big D and Dragon are my honorable mentions. So thank you for listening to my podcast. Like I said, I'm sorry this was just very unorganized, but this is my first one, so just bear with me. So you can actually catch me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is 813Isaac. That's 813ISAAC. And also you can catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/ISAAC1080. That's Isaac 1080. Once again, thank you for listening. My name is Isaac, and you have been listening to the Black Dragon Podcast.